and you got three of the best producers in Dallas, like, of course any artist, they would not want to turn it down.
My name is Darius Wootens, and I go by D-Woo. That's my cousin. His name is Tyler, he goes by T-Woo,
AKA T-Woo Hiding Beats.
and my brother, his name is DeWan, and he's just Woo, and Woo comes from my last name. So when we do the 72 hours, it's called Presented by the Wootens because we're all a family.
You don't see a lot of families like coming into a music business and sticking together and really like looking out for each other. So like you said, we is kind of like setting an example for other black men trying to come together and do something. So in that case, like I said, I'm very proud of that too. So
it goes back to, I guess, my dad.
And my dad, because they was musicians.
In a group, R&B group, well, R&B, New Jack Swing, and it's just, we grew up underneath them.
With their top 10 smash, tell me, here are the Wootens brothers.
It was George, Gary, and Lewis, and they were all brothers. So we're the next generation. I was born in '92, so I kind of just grew up not around when he was really doing music, but as I got older, he just showed me more. He had equipment already, so yeah, we grew up under my dad's, and then eventually my brothers did music in high school, and I'm in elementary watching them.
Being around my cousin, DeWan, where he go out Lil Woo, just being around him in his studio, and I used to see him come in and record people, and I kind of gravitated towards the recording engineering side of it. But I mean, I didn't have my own equipment, so I would try to like use their stuff. But because they doing it serious and they have studio sessions where they're getting paid, they wouldn't let me play on, you know what I'm saying, people's vocals. So I have to really wait till everybody leave, and then I try to go back, open his old sessions, and pretty much try to figure out what he's doing. Then eventually I went and got my own equipment because, you know, whenever you're trying to do something, it's best to have your own stuff, that way you ain't got to depend on nobody. We started in October, and it really stemmed off of our website, Wootens Beat Store. That was created like in the summer before. That was like, yeah, the summer of 2013. D-Woo came to me about a website that he had did. He had made his own self a website and was kind of telling me I should make one. We ended up just coming together and doing it together. And so stemming off the website, it was basically just us selling beats, having our own beat page. I remember having a conversation with Lil Woo, and we're just trying to figure out something that we can do as far as we work with artists with a mixtape, but it's not long and drawn out.
The name 72 Hours came from because we wanted to do it quick, so it was a 3-day process, only 3 days. And at the beginning, we were trying to think, we were just trying to think of different names.
Weekend raps got thrown out there.
The weekend crossed our mind because it's typically almost 3 days.
Somehow 72 hours just kind of stuck with it.
Initially, the whole idea for the 72 Hours mixtape was to showcase a collective group of beats, more so than just a mixtape.
We really just contacted everybody that we done worked with individually.
We just kind of reached out to them and let them know what we were doing.
This is what you can get out of it, this is what we'll get out of it.
After we put it out, like I say, artists heard it. They was amazed that it was all original, and we just got feedback and got more context from artists who want to work. And I go, how you come through working on your mixtape, your little DJ mixtape?
Yeah, I really want to be able to be 72 hours now that I think about it.
The first step is me contacting the artist.
Whoever was trying to do one, we work out the business with that.
And we'll brainstorm as far as like how we want things to be done. And schedule the dates and all that.
We do incorporate whatever idea they want to do as well, but we kind of, from producer, we kind of sometimes already can fill out how we want them to sound, because at the end of the day, we want the artists around to know how our production can make an artist sound. So we accept what they bring to the table as an artist, but we also want to show everyone what we can do with an artist.
On my part of it, I gather pictures of them because I got to make the cover.
And then on the first day, we will just send them all of the beats, and they're already in order from the intro to outro. So basically, the artist just comes and just fills in the gaps and just kind of tell their story however they want to do in 72 hours.
If they're recording over here, I schedule a Friday for them to come over, and we sit down and pull up all the beats. They'll choose which one they want to start on first, and then we just go through the list. And I sit right here in this chair the whole time and record every single song. Or, you know, some have their raps already written, some they just freestyle off the head. So it really just depends. But after they record, I go through every single song and I see what it needs, and I try to add that, whether it may need some rearrangement from where they first started, their introduction to the ending, whatever it needs in that song to make it more full, I'll add that. I do that for each song, and that may take up a day and a half, depending on how the song is. Because some guys, they record and they really just rapping. You know, they don't have no structure to their songs or anything. After I done gone through that whole thing, then I pass the baton to D-Woo, and he'll put in all the metadata, which is all the information of the tracks, and zip it in a folder, and then we'll put it out there. The brand name 72 Hours, putting it onto other things besides just the mixtapes. And for example, like making it into, I don't know, probably like 72-hour videos or something like that, where it takes 3 days for us to shoot a video, something for someone, or, you know, 72-hour DJ compilations where it's not necessarily us making a beat, but we're just sponsoring a DJ mixtapes, like, you know, different outlets like that versus just an 8-track mixtape.
I like producing and experimenting with sound, so like I said, I want to move to scoring and all types. It's music everywhere, so I can't say exactly where, you know, I want to stop with music. I just want to, wherever there's a need for music, I want to touch it. Everything
that I done bought, all this equipment here, it didn't stem from me selling the beat. I don't really use my personal money or income to buy equipment for music. I like to make music make money for me. So I would say in the next 10 years, I will hopefully have music buy me a house, or, you know what I'm saying, buy me something, a new car or something like that, to live comfortably like that. So every time I wake up in the morning, phone always, I got missed calls and missed text messages. It's always about 72 hours, always about beats. I mean, outside looking in, if you look at my schedule, it really is imbalanced, but to me, it's just my life. That's just what I do.